and you kind of looked around and said, I'm not real sure how this happened, you're going to understand my next statement. The fact that it takes a lot more effort to clean up a mess than it ever took to make the mess it should be one of the wonders of the world. However, I want to share a quick tip with you today on how to clean up one of those little pesky mess that just tends to drive you nuts. When you get something dry and powdery on your countertop, if you're anything like me, you've tried to wipe it up with a dry towel and you push it around and it ends up all over the place. And then you get really clever and you kind of scrape it off to the side and you're going to get it into your hand and maybe into the sink before it hits the floor. Most of it ends up on the floor. If you do what I do, you just kind of push it around, do a little dance, and pretend it really didn't happen, and what mess. But I want to show you something today that makes cleanup of those little powdery dried herbs and stuff so very easy. Now, I'm actually going to use ground coffee. I'm using ground coffee just to prove that it really does work. Ground coffee is a little heavier, it's a little denser than, say, dried herbs like black pepper or oregano or Italian seasoning or any of the dried herbs that you would probably choose to use for any of your cooking. So, what we're going to do, and I'm going to make my mess, is just scatter a little bit of coffee right there on the countertop. And all I'm going to do is grab my trusty paper towel, take it to the sink, and I'm just lightly dampening it. Now this is where the miracle happens. Instead of me taking a dry towel and pushing it around and end up making a bigger mess, I'm going to use my damp towel, let it just adhere to it, and it picks it right up. So, all I got to do is wipe it right up. The damp towel picks up that dried coffee right into the trash can. The mess goes away. I don't have to pretend that it's actually not on my kitchen floor. And maybe the cleanup was a little bit more effort than the mess, but not as bad as it used to be. See you in a clean kitchen.